Hey, this is Tina from Content Creators Club. I'm so excited to walk you through the automation that I use to drive engagement to my newsletter, but also really just take a process and show you like how you can actually use it to not only engage with your audience but also have it be somewhat of a growth strategy in the process. And so I'm really excited to walk through the reply reward referral automation. But before I go into this, I really want to let you know that I help creators like you, knowledge creators, and I show you how to automate your business so that you can avoid burnout, but also just focus purely on your zone of genius. And we talk about all the automations you need in order for you to do that. And so this is one of many automations that I have. If you want to see all the automations and you want to see all the software that I use in order to actually execute on those automations, definitely feel free to join the newsletter. And if you want the hands-on support, the tools, the templates, all those things, the strategy, feel free to join us and I invite you to join Leverage Creator. But I want to give credit where credit is due on where I really thought about this automation. And so this came from actually a newsletter that I read called Growth in Reverse by Chanel. And so I met her in person at previous conferences that I've gone to. She's a really great person, but more importantly, she writes amazing content for newsletter growth. And so one of the things that I saw as a strategy, not only to drive engagement to a newsletter, but also to create kind of some type of, you know, open conversation with your subscribers is this concept of giving a secret gift for your new subscribers. And so she was doing a deep dive on this person named Caitlin. And so, there's this one quick concept of like, okay, like I would love to give a gift to my new subscribers, but then you actually wonder, like, how do you actually do that? And so the best way that she talks about it is, I guess Caitlin, she just has people asks them in her emails to reply to the email with a secret keyword, and then eventually they'll get a secret gift. And so I thought that this was interesting. And so, again, the benefits of this, as Chanel says, is it can be really beneficial for keeping your engagement numbers, like open rate and click through rate, up. And so, I just was really thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, how can I actually deliver this, right? Because it sounds great to give your subscribers a secret gift, but then you also have to wonder about the feasibility in terms of the manual work that it takes to actually do all that. And so, yes, it may seem easy in terms of like you get a couple replies here and there, but what happens if you get like 1,000 replies, 500 replies in your inbox? You have a challenge where you're not able to find maybe the email of people who had replied back to the or reply back to your original email. There's too many emails to sift through, but it's also way too manual for people to actually like go in there and automatically copy and paste. And if I'm copying and pasting, it's not a good use of my time, right? And so there's this concept of maybe you forget to actually reply. And another thing that I think is key here is that if you do that in a manual way, there's no way for you to have the opportunity to segment your list to identify the individuals who actually replied to your email. And so I think it's really important to do that because then you can kind of see like who are the champions, who are the cheerleaders of your newsletter that like really took action from the first newsletter you've ever sent, right? And so I want to go into this reward referral automation that I have here. And so this is kind of how like I thought about it, taking what I learned from the Growth in Reverse newsletter and like automating that strategy. And so the first thing that I took was thinking about this concept of the welcome email, right? Now in Leverage Creator, we talk about this strategy on how do you create engagement, how do you actually create an email to get the reply. All that strategy is in Leverage Creator. I hope you join us. But if either way, the whole purpose of the welcome emails is to get a reply through the email. Specifically, you want your subscribers to reply with a specific keyword. And if they reply with a specific keyword, that's going to help you a lot because it will trigger the automation that I'm about to show you here, which is the reply reward referral automation. And so the best and simplest automation to actually do this is you want to segment the list the moment a person actually replies to your email, right? And so the way that I do this is I have a Zapier automation where the trigger is I receive an email in my inbox. So I have an automation constantly review my inbox, right? And so if they see an email that has having this keyword specifically to the email that I sent, which is the welcome email, then I want to automatically tag that subscriber, right? And so when I tag the subscriber, in my email service provider, what's going to end up happening is it'll tag the subscriber. It will send them the email reward because it's associated with that tag. So let's just say you automatically got tagged gift subscriber, right? Basically, I have an automation where if you are under the tag gift subscriber, then I will send you an email. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, like, okay, like, but does that mean I need to create a whole new gift? All those things. Personally, for me, I don't like creating more if I don't need to. So, in my case, what I actually do is I give a paid product for free when they reply to my email and join my newsletter and reply with a specific keyword to know all about that, right? And so, you know, there's kind of this conflict, right? Where it's like, okay, if I'm giving something for free, then like obviously it's a paid product, and so that means I need to create two separate email flows, one for a person that's like specifically replying to the email and another person that like is just buying the product. I feel like that's way too much work. So what I actually do as a bonus that I teach in Leverage Creator is this concept of dynamic content. And so basically like I personalize the same email that a person were to get if they bought the specific product that I'm giving as a paid product, right? I send them the same email, but the only difference is that I personalize that email based on them having this specific tag, right? If they have the tag of gift, then their email will be a little bit different. And so that will be able to basically allow me to send the same email, but personalize it specifically on how they got that product, which I think is really cool. And so this opportunity where you think to yourself of like, okay, like, but how like, this is the reply reward referral piece. Where does the referral opportunity come in, right? And so I kind of like to think of it as like a little bit of like a cycle, right? You have your welcome email, and then you have a user reply, a specific keyword, and then automatically you are taking the Zapier automation that I mentioned here, right? And so you are adding the gift tag, and then when it comes to the dynamic content, to not only personalize, hey, thank you for getting this paid product, instead of saying that specific thing, I'll say, hey, thank you for, replying to my email. You get this product. But also because they have that gift tag, I can dynamically personalize it where I say, hey, if you like this free product, you might be interested in joining my referral program, right? And so if you join my referral program, you can get rewarded when you do, right? And so it creates an opportunity where people can actually not only get a gift, but they can also sign up for my program to get more gifts in the future, right? And so I have an entire automation that is really set up for individuals who apply to be a referral partner, where basically it incentivizes them to, promote my newsletter. And then, I'm able to go from that point, reward them, and go from there. And so a user promotes the newsletter, and then we just continue this cycle over and over again. So this is why I call it like the reply, which is replying to the welcome email and an email with a specific keyword, reward, give them the gift, and then referral. Give them the opportunity to promote your newsletter on your behalf, as an example, right? So I'm going to show you a real world example on how this really looks like. But if you want to know all the tools that I use for this automation, then this is the high level only. But like if you want to know the tools, like what are you using to make this happen, then definitely feel free to subscribe to the newsletter, and I will give you all the tools and the recommendations on, what that looks like, right? And if you want actually the templates, the community, and the strategy, then I really invite you to join Leverage Creator, where we walk through this more in depth rather than this high level video, right? And if you're watching this on socials, comment with the word tools, and I'll send you the link so that you can get, my tools recommendation. So let me show you my real world example. So we are in the early stages. Literally, like this automation came to me like within days, and I set it up like maybe 5 days ago. But I can see that it's actually working. So as people are joining my list, they are getting that welcome email, and I'm already having people reply directly to the welcome email, right? And I know this probably seems like small, where it's like, okay, like it why do I need to create this automation if it's like only at this caliber? I'm going to be honest, it's very small, right? But I always like to think about creating automations from a scale perspective, right? So like, if for whatever reason I go viral, right? Which would be great. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, right? But if I go viral, I want to be able to meet the demand with while I'm sleeping, right? And so this is where like we get into the automations and say hi to Chino, everybody. You can see him here. But where we, leverage that reply where we're reward referral automation, we're going to just call it the triple R, right? And where we're actually able to do that piece right here, you can see kind of like a little bit of a hint of the automation. We automatically label them in the email just to kind of for our personal like admin related tasks, whether it's me or my VA and we're looking at this email, we can see like, okay, did we reply to them? Things like that. And that just kind of keeps everything super organized, right? And so let me kind of show you a little bit of the email that we send out. All right, so I wanted to give you some insights on what this actually looks like, right? So like I said, I have created I'm basically giving a paid product for free when a person actually replies to my email. And so, the paid product is available for sale on its own, and so this is the same email, right? If you didn't reply to my email and you weren't tagged with a gift tag as an example, then you would just get this standard email as an example. However, if you were to actually, reply to our email, I kind of have that thing right here. Let me show you an example of what this looks like. I'm actually able to dynamically like say, hey, thank you for replying to our welcome email with the keyword hooks, because that's exactly what they did. I know that they did that, right? Because my automations tell me that they did that. And they get the normal thing, but I also give them the opportunity where it's like, if you enjoyed this as a free product, you might be interested in joining us as a referral partner here as well. And so that is pretty much it, right? So when we think about like what this all looks like, we are basically creating an automation where we're basically doing this cycle. It is the reply, reward, and referral automation. And so definitely like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and also reply or comment with the word tools, and I'll send you the link so that you can get all our tool recommendations for not only this automation but for tons of other automations that we've created as well. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.